Hi, I'm Kate and welcome to my channel, Nurture Nature. My husband and I have two children, Emily and George. We love discovering new places on day trips out. We enjoy being outdoors and want to share with you what we get up to. We are lucky enough to have a garden and over the last few years have created our allotment area where we grow fruit, vegetables and cut flowers. We like to use as much as we can from the garden in our cooking and hope to show videos of what we create. We also love completing garden projects thinking about what is best for wildlife. We are also passionate about caring for and protecting the environment and hope to share tips on recycling and how we have cut down on plastic use. We hope you enjoy our weekly videos. Please subscribe to our channel and hit that like button.
Hello, today we're going to do another science experiment. And look at these caterpillars. They've grown, haven't they?
They have. I think we're on day 7 or 8 now, and they are so much bigger. You can see that they've eaten all of the, well, not all of it, but almost all of the food down there. In there is obviously a lot of waste from the caterpillars, and
Yes.
they're spinning this sort of funny silky webbing. Here's one here just climbing up the top. There are still 5. They are all alive still. 2 have made it onto the top. What do you think they're trying to do, Emily, if they've made it to the top?
They're trying to turn into a chrysalis.
I think they might be, because what they do...
My daddy told me that.
Yeah, what they do is they climb to the top, and then they try and hang, don't they? They spin a cocoon, and then what do they do whilst they're in their chrysalis, whilst they're in their cocoon? What do they do?
They grow butterfly wings.
Yeah, they turn into a butterfly. So we will keep an eye on them, won't we?
It is just like magic, isn't it, Mummy?
Well, it's science. It's not magic, it's science.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it. They're very, very clever, aren't they?
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll keep an eye on them. These 2 are starting to crawl up, look. So there's 2 up there, and then there's 2 here trying to crawl up.
Yeah.
And there's one on this side trying to crawl up. They might just be having a little wander, but they might be trying to get up to the top. Okay?
Bye.
So I thought today we could talk about recycling. Now, I don't claim to be the best at recycling. I don't claim to be brilliant. I know that we have got a long way to go as a family to change our habits and to recycle more. But hopefully through this channel we can share some tips and we can gather ideas and we can help each other out. As a family, we do have an interest in recycling, and we know that we want to get better, and we know that we want to do better for the environment and recycle more. And I think that's where it all starts. I think we are quite typical in that respect and probably represent quite a lot of families and households up and down the country. So when it comes to recycling, I think that there are 2 main areas which people find really difficult. One is like the practical side of it. So where do you keep that recycling in your house? And where do you take it to be recycled? And the other area I think people find really difficult is that mental approach to recycling. So how do you change your habits? How do you make sure it's at the forefront of your mind? And how do you make it part of everyday life? So hopefully we're going to touch on those 2 areas in this video today. I think it's very easy for us to think that as soon as you put that bit of plastic or whatever it is, that rubbish, in the bin, that it's gone forever. And it hasn't gone forever. Just because it's out of sight doesn't mean that it is gone off this planet. It will stay there forever unless it's recycled. But I wanted to share with you something that I use that changed my habits and changed my thinking around recycling. So what I did was every time I went to put a bit of plastic in the bin, I actually thought to myself, this is going to be in the world forever. And I had this vision, I had this image in my head of a landfill site and of seagulls and birds circling and animals getting trapped and being hurt. And that stopped me in my tracks. And that helped me to think about what else I could do with that bit of plastic and think about recycling. So I thought we would start off by looking at some certain types of plastics. These are called soft plastics. And actually, I didn't know this, but a lot of packaging from your groceries can actually be recycled. Now, again, I was talking about habit. I was just into the habit of just putting things in the bin because I didn't realise that they could be recycled. Because for many years, they haven't been recycled. But companies now are a lot better at making their packaging from recycled materials or from materials that can be recycled. So let's go through some of the packaging. So Emily, what kind of bags have we got here?
We've got a
Should we do this one first?
Yeah. Bags.
Right, let's hold these up.
Empty bags.
So these are just your normal plastic carrier bags.
Yeah.
Now,
so when you go shopping.
yeah. So you probably already know that you can recycle just plain carrier bags. Down at the supermarkets, they have these sort of bin type postbox things normally near the checkouts where you can put them. So I will admit that I am one of these people that if I see that the bin is full and overflowing, I will still try to stuff my bags in the recycling bin.
Yeah.
We do, don't we? And when you've actually remembered to take your bags down to the supermarket and you see that it's full, you just don't want to take them back home again. So I apologise if you work in a shop and you are cursing those people that do that. I am one of those people. I apologise.
Yeah.
So yes, you can recycle your plastic bags, these carrier bags at the supermarkets.
Yeah.
But there are many other bags that you can recycle along with those and put them in the same bin. So let's talk about some of the other bags that we can put in those recycling bins along with your carrier bags. So Emily, what have we got here? What type of bag is this?
This is a potato bag.
A potato bag. Now this will depend on the brand that you use, so always check the label. It will say on the back, don't be, it says it on the front, potatoes. On the back, look Emily, can you see this sign? It says don't recycle at home, recycle with bags at large supermarkets. So if it says that, then you can take it along with your carrier bags and recycle it. So you've got a potato bag. What's this one, Emily?
A porridge bag, as you can see these, and you can see the oats.
Good, so a porridge bag. Yep, it's got the same symbol on the back. This bag, Emily?
A carrot bag.
Yep, so again, that's got it on. These? Peas, and these are sweet corns as well, but I'm sure the peas one can be recycled too, which I'm quite surprised because that's actually kind of a thicker plastic, but it says you can recycle with bags at large supermarkets, so that's brilliant. We've got kitchen roll packaging. We have got boxed tissues packaging that can also be recycled. We have got
Baby nappies.
the nappies, the packaging that the nappies come in can be recycled. So it does depend on the brand that you use, so always check the packaging before you go and take them to the recycling point.
Yeah, because if you get it wrong, I think you'll go in jail.
Don't go to jail, but if you get it wrong, it might mess up the recycling process. Okay, it might stop things from being recycled. So always check the brands, always check which one it is.
Yeah. And you will get it wrong.
And if you're like our family and the children have had coughs and colds all winter and in the last 9 months, we have done many COVID tests.
We've done lots and lots of COVID tests.
We've done quite a few. Luckily all negative, but just to be sure. So the bag that the COVID test comes in, the actual PCR tests, that can also be recycled.
Yeah.
It says on it, recycle at your local carrier bag recycle point. So that's really, really good. So it is worth checking before you just go and put packaging in the bin, just check that label.
Yeah.
Again, I'm talking about habits. It's breaking that habit of just automatically putting it in the bin, not assuming that it can't be recycled. Maybe assume that it can be and just check. Now, I am sure that there's probably more plastics that can be recycled. So if you know of other packaging that can be recycled along with the carrier bags, then please put it in the comment below. Let's share our ideas, let's share our tips, and let everyone know all the different packaging that can be recycled.
We are going to recycle our plastics.
Our local co-op have introduced recycling for soft plastics, which also include biscuit packets and crisp packets and other things as well, which is really, really great. So do check your local supermarkets to see if they've added anything else to their recycling points. I'll put them up. Right, can you put them in? That's it, put them in.
Yeah?
Yep. And again, and keep going. Yep. Push them in. That's it. Well done. And it even look, it has pictures of what we can recycle. And it has a list of the things that we can recycle as well. Well done. If you want to try any of the things that we've talked about in this video, then please let us know how you're getting on in the comments below. Love to hear about what you're doing and what you're changing. And if there's anything else you need advice on, then just let us know and we can see how we can help. Emily, come and look, come and see this.
One's moving.
What's happened to them?
They're gone upside down.
They're going upside down. Why do you think they've gone upside down?
Because they're going to turn into a chrysalis soon.
They are, I think they are. So there are 5 caterpillars. There's one down there. I hope he's all right. Oh, he's moving. He's all right, he's moving.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get
Do you think he's just having his last little munch of food before he goes and makes his way up to the top? There are 3 hanging upside down and one's just made his way to the top. If I just spin it slightly, see them wobbling. They are attached to the top by that sort of silky web that they've been creating. And 2 of them look like they're in position, look, don't they, like they're hanging and then they've curled up a little bit. And then one's at the top but hasn't started to hang down yet. And the other one is starting to create his little silky web. So we'll have to see tomorrow if they have turned into their chrysalis or not.
Yeah.
Tune in next week to see what happens to the caterpillars.
If you like this video, subscribe.
Subscribe, yeah. And
Hit that like button.